can there not be a street cleaner? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you my new bag I'm currently using, and that would be my Hermes Birkin 35 in Blue Lin. I'm not sure how you say that, but I think it's Blue Lin, and this is in Clemence leather. I got the silver hardware, so I'm just gonna show you the aesthetics of the bag. There's feet, and I'll show you what I'm currently having inside my bag. There is that. So this is in the 35, and I will show you what the 30 looks like in comparison to the 35. So this is the 30. And this is the 35. Let's see if this will work. So there is a big size difference. So that is the bag I'm currently using. I'll do a follow-up on the bag once I start using it a lot more. It is sagging. Is that the right term? Sagging? Sagging. Relaxed. Oh. Alright, and the other thing I wanted to talk about was just basically what's been, going on with me, why I haven't really, been posting as much as, I'd like to. So this is going to be a ramble. I'm going to try and, keep everything on track. Hopefully I get the timestamps right, but I just wanted to go over, my health recently. So I know I don't talk about this, and in every video I always say I'll eventually, do a video just strictly on this, but I kind of want to incorporate it with my new bag because just to show some fun and light. But this part is, more serious than the whole bag because, I have thousands of bags. I can always do, videos, but I just never really touched on it. I did make a video, but that was like a few years ago, so I mean, horrible quality. So we're gonna go back to it started in 2012. So from 2012 up till now, I have been dealing with an eating disorder. I'm not saying this to get sympathy, I'm not saying this to gain followers, I'm just simply, telling you guys what's been going on. So, in 2012, I had anorexia and bulimia. So, I mean, that in itself is a lot. It does take a toll on your health, on your mental health as well, and everything in between. So, at the time, now this is going to sound so stupid, and I'm going to slap myself for even saying this, but at the time, I really wasn't in a good place with, my family. I love my mom to a million pieces, but she was there, but she wasn't there, so it's like, she's physically there, but like mentally as a mom, she wasn't. So we would always get into fights. I constantly got into fights with my stepdad, and it was just a bad atmosphere in general. So it started, and the weight slowly started, coming off quite fast. But at the time I did it because growing up, I was always so heavy, and I just didn't feel comfortable in my skin, and so it started off putting myself on strict eating regimens, but then it kind of turned into me stop eating completely, and I wouldn't work out. I mean, I like working out now, but back then I didn't work out. So when it was going on, my mom noticed, but she didn't stop it. Sorry for these pauses, I'm just thinking, but it just got to a point where it was really bad. Then I would always go for doctor's visits. they would ask me what's going on, and in 1 month I can remember I dropped 20 pounds. And then I kind of stopped with the anorexia, then I went to eating, but then after that it turned into bulimia. So every meal that I ate, I would binge eat in large amounts, and then I would purge. I would eat pizza, I would eat all junk food, then I would just purge it all out. And when I was doing it, to describe it is, it's almost like a comfort, because I'm already hard on myself as it is, and just doing that, it's almost like beating myself up. I would tell myself don't do it anymore, but then when I would purge, it would be just getting out all those bad feelings, all, the regret, resentment, the hate, the hurt, and I would just do it, and I really wouldn't realize that I was doing it. And at the time I was already abusing weight loss pills. Those don't work. I mean, some do, some don't. It just depends on, the kind of person you are. But I would do that, and I didn't have an outlet. I didn't go to therapy. I mentally shut myself off from everyone, from my friends, and I would just let it get the best of me. And I was in a deep, dark place. I was severely depressed, and at the time I met my now fiance. I met my fiance, and when I met him, to describe it was like a calling. Like, I was meant to be with him, because when I met him, I was down to 120. When I would see him, I would binge eat, but like behind his back, I wouldn't tell him that I would make myself throw up, and it was just very secretive. I would, go off for 45 to an hour and just, do what I did, and I didn't realize the impact now, how much it affected my health, and now my mental health. And it's just like depressing, because everyone has that image of beauty, everyone has that image of what someone should look like. Everyone thinks that the average woman should be a 00. Everyone thinks the average male should, be lean with big muscles. But it's like everyone is just hard on themselves. I mean, I never admitted that I had my eating disorder. I never really told anyone, but looking back, I should have, talked to someone. I should have gotten the help, but I didn't. I didn't feel comfortable talking. I was just a bad person. And then on top of that, I dabbled with, drugs and pills and, binge drinking, and just, going off with every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the street, and just meeting people and using my depression for love. I didn't know what love is, because my parents got divorced. I was very young, and I was never in a stable environment ever. And it got to the point where, now this is the only part that I do remember, because it still sticks with me. I was at my doctor's, and I got the normal checkup, and she told me if I keep going down the path that I'm going, I will only live for a year, because everything just started to just spiral, going downhill. And then 2 days later, I went to work, and I should have called out of work, but I didn't. I took Vicodin, and I haven't eaten, and that week I haven't eaten anything. So on top of that, I was tired, stressed, run down, and I blacked out at work. I passed out, and I just remember going in an ambulance and them just telling me they were going to admit me right then and there to get treatment, but I denied it. I didn't want to. My mom never came to the hospital. I called her, and she was like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow when I pick you up. That was a tough pill to swallow, because in that moment, she should have dropped what she was doing to come to the hospital, and she didn't. And it's just sad looking back at it now, like what everyone just goes through. I mean, no one is ever happy with how they look. They can say that they are, but they're really not. I mean, I'm still dealing with body dysmorphia that came with my eating disorder. So I never look at myself how you would look at me. I picture myself way different than you do. It fucks with your mind. It really does. And you know, when people or your friends just joke around with you saying, you know, bringing up weight, like in the moment, yeah, you do laugh because you don't want to say it, but it's like when you get home and you're by yourself, it's those words have an impact on you. It gets you very depressed, and I just want everyone to know that no matter what you look like, if your weight, you're beautiful the way you are. And I'm starting to realize that I'm beautiful the way I am. I mean, I have issues, but I try not to let that affect me on my, you know, daily life. I try not to think about it, but I mean, now here we are a couple years later, and I don't have anorexia, but I still, you know, deal with my bulimia, and I don't do it as often, but, you know, there are some times where, you know, I will do it when I get myself stressed out. I don't realize I'm doing it, but it's just one of those things I know will never go away, no matter how many times I go to therapy, no matter, you know, if I'm taking depression pills, it's still going to be there in the long run. And it's hard, and, you know, I wish more people would talk about it and just, you know, get the awareness out there that it is a big, big issue. And, you know, I just wanted to shed some light onto as why I haven't been recording or filming. That's mainly because I'm just dealing with, you know, my issues that I have going on. And without my fiance, I honestly don't know where I would be, because he came at the right moment in my life that I needed someone, and he made it his priority to change me, to, you know, get the help I needed. And I thank him with every ounce in my body. Really? What the fuck is that? Ugh. Fucking street cleaner. Really? Where was I? Dealing with that. So, I mean, basically that's why I haven't been filming. There are just days where I get depressed and don't feel like doing it, and if I talk about it, it will help me. It will, you know, make me be a better person, and, you know, help people that are going through it. And, you know, oh my god, it now I see the effects of what it has done to my body now, because I'm not processing food the normal way someone should. Like, when you eat something, it breaks down in your body, but with me, no matter what I eat, it will just come out the way it looks. So now it's like a huge wake-up call for me, because now I see what it has done to my body, and I wish I never did it. Looking back, well, you can change the person you are, but just looking back on it, it's sad. It is. But, I mean, the best thing for someone that's going through it is talk to your friends, you know, go to a therapist, talk to a doctor. If you don't feel comfortable talking to your parents about it, if you have a really close, you know, friend, let them know, because it will be easier to do it now than, you know, years later, where, you know, you're going to need a colostomy bag. You're it's just bad. But there is a huge world of people that, you know, will listen. I'm in no way judging someone because I have my issues, and that's the last thing I want to do is, you know, to make people feel bad about themselves, because every word that you tell someone, even if you don't like them, has an impact. People take it literally, and it's hard because people don't know what someone's going through. Like, on the outside, they might look, you know, happy, they might, you know, look like that they don't have problems, but you don't know the real person when they go home at night, when they lay in bed. I mean, I just wish more people would stop bullying. But yeah, I know I'll never look at my body the same. I know this will be a long, long journey for me to, you know, feel comfortable again in my own skin. And I mean, I hate it because every time I look at my body, all I see are stretch marks. It's depressing every time I look at myself, stretch marks. And it's that constant reminder of the kind of person I was, and, you know, I wish it would go away, but I know that they won't. And so yeah, if you guys want, I will talk about, you know, more about it, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up as to, you know, what's been going on lately and as to why I haven't been filming. But so if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me at my social media platforms, which will be down below. So yeah, I hope to see you guys soon in my next video. So yeah, bye.